Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. With the whole Season 2 Reloaded update and everything that we got earlier on this week, we saw a brand new event go live as well, Rebirth Reinforced, which obviously is hyping up all the new Rebirth changes that we got with the mid-season update in Season 2 Reloaded. And this event is very different than some of the others that we've seen previously. And today, I wanted to explain it in full, go over all the challenges, the best ways to complete the ones that we have now, but also look ahead as to when and what the future of this event has in store for Warzone. As we break it all down, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you're new here or if you have not already subscribed, every day I got you covered with all things going on, news, updates, loadouts, tips. You're gonna find it all right here. So feel free to hit that sub button and turn on those post notifications. And also right now, all weekends long, my G Fuel discount code WhosImmortal is gonna get you 30% off your entire order. So if you wanna grab anything at all from the G Fuel site, now is quite literally the best time to do so. Now, just a heads up, there's gonna be a lot of tabbing in and out in this video. We got a lot to go back and forth with to fully explain this, but here we got Rebirth Reinforced. It's going on for another 21 days at the time that I'm recording this, a little bit ahead of time from when it's going to get posted, but we got a lot going on here. Obviously, we've got our Rebirth community challenges, which are a brand new thing that's going to actually unlock various elements of gameplay for us. We also have our participation challenges, which we'll get into real quick. We can see all challenges here, though, between the community and the participation ones. First up, I want to focus on these because these are the individual ones. We have the Army of One. Wipe 3 enemies in Resurgence solos on Rebirth Island. For that, you end up getting this gesture here. That's a very easy challenge. Just jump into Rebirth solos, go in game, kill 3 enemies. That's all you got to do. That one is very, very basic. Challenge number 2 here, Legendary Trader. Trade 30 legendary weapons to the weapon trade station on Rebirth Island. That's actually not one you can do yet. We'll talk more on that in just a moment. These other 2 are actually completed in week 2 and week 3. This third one here, push or halt the payload for a total of 20 minutes. This will require you to play Rebirth payload. So again, can't do that one yet. And then the last one, gather 5 million in blood money on Rebirth Island. So one of these is basically focusing on all the new aspects of Rebirth. The first one obviously being Rebirth solos, Resurgence solos. The second one being the new weapon trade station. Third being payload. Fourth being plunder or blood money on Rebirth. So it's interesting to note, these are easy to do. They're easy to complete. They're just a little bit time consuming. Obviously, you got to play a decent amount of payload to get 20 minutes up, but they're relatively straightforward. And once the time comes in week 3 when we can actually complete those, we'll end up getting this blueprint here, Toxic Heavy. This is a DP27 blueprint. As we can see, it comes with the MX silencer, the 680mm barrel, the 3.5 times scope, the tac stock, hand stop, the 47 round pans, FMJ polymer hard scope and surplus. Not a bad blueprint. Some of those attachments are a little bit wonky, but for the most part, not too bad. It's definitely usable, and honestly, it looks pretty cool. So those are the more straightforward individual challenges. Like I said, though, you can't complete all those because this is a multi-week event. If we go through and see all the challenges again, you can see we've got our community challenges. So the first one, this one is actually going to be able to be completed relatively soon. Operators must get a combined 20 billion kills on Rebirth Island. This is starting right now, and once we actually go ahead and complete this, we're going to end up getting the weapon trade station unlocked in game, so we can go through and actually complete challenge number 2 and trade in those legendary weapons and get whatever it is that we get in return. Sometimes it's cash, sometimes it's streaks, sometimes it's a different gun. There's plenty of options for that, but we got to get 20 billion kills as a community. I imagine that probably takes a couple of days to complete, especially now because everyone's jumping in on Rebirth and is very excited for it. That should be done relatively quickly. It seems like it's a high number, but we've had challenges like this in the past, especially back in like Black Ops 3. We had a lot of those. So that's number 1. That'll be done first. The second one here, operators must trade a combined 190 million weapons to the trade station. So obviously this is directly connected to that. We got to wait until we end up getting the trade station unlocked, and then we can go through and complete this. So this one is going to end up unlocking the communication towers, which gives us that 1 UAV ping. And so that's not going to be a feature until we complete this challenge. If we're getting this, everyone gets 50,000 XP as well. So we really can't start on that. Nothing's progressing on this until part 1 is completed. Those 2 are more dependent on us just doing the challenges, putting in the work, grinding it out as a community. Now, challenge 3 and challenge 4, this is where things get a little bit different. You can see it says they're available in week 2. Operators must secure a combined 130 million payloads on Rebirth Island. This will actually get the armored truck deployment public event in the game, so we can have that to experience, and everybody gets 75,000 XP. But obviously, if we go in and get the weapon trade station in 2 days, and then it takes another 2 days to get the comms tower, we're still going to have to wait to actually complete number 3 here and progress on that. And I say that because we have our playlist preview for the rest of the season, presumably, and you can see payload is not being introduced until March 31st. It's going to be 12v12 payload on Rebirth Island, but since that's not a playlist now, we obviously can't jump in and do anything with that until the playlist is actually live. It is going to stay live throughout the remainder of the next couple of weeks. After that, it'll be live for 2 weeks, actually. So if, in case, for whatever reason, no one's really jumping in, there's always that extra time. It's not just like you have 1 week to do this, or otherwise, you know, oh well. It is going to be there for a decent amount of time. But we are going to have to wait until that playlist update happens before we can make any progress on that. And then the final one here, operators must gather 40 trillion in blood money to unlock the Golden Vaults mystery, which is actually the main Easter egg and 100,000 XP. That is not going to be available for even longer. And this one's a big one because it has to do with the entire main Easter egg on Rebirth Island. So far, there's already been some Easter egg stuff found. You can go through and get a free loadout drop by finding one of the key cards in the red room and taking it over to the stronghold area. You can, you know, look at these other bunkers, but you can't access them until week 3 when we end up getting Rebirth blood money. And we can go back to our playlist here and you can see April 7th is the first week that we have blood money quads available on Rebirth. So until that point in time, we're not going to be able to, you know, 1, do the Rebirth Easter egg, and 2, complete this event. And then the event actually ends on April 13th, which is a Wednesday, just before we get the April 14th playlist update. And again, going back to the participation challenges, we got to wait until the community unlocks the trade stations to do this one. For this one, we have to wait until payload is introduced as a game mode. And then for this one, we got to wait until blood money is introduced as a game mode. So the reason that this event is so different from before is that it's not, okay, here's 7 challenges, fly through them, get it done. This is going to be a 3-week-long event that naturally progresses for everyone at the same time, week by week, but then leads up to the ultimate reveal of what this Rebirth Island Easter egg is going to be, which is a really interesting way to just get the community involved in general, but also really prolong content and make it so that, yeah, you don't get it done in 3 days and then you got nothing to do for the next 18. So yeah, I saw a lot of comments saying, well, why can't I jump into blood money now? You know, why can't I unlock this certain challenge, or are we really going to have to wait? Hopefully that clears things up and really explains, yes, this is a challenge we can start progressing now, but it's not something we're going to be able to finish for multiple weeks leading up to that big Easter egg reveal, which should be pretty exciting. I'm definitely curious to see what exactly they have in store for us at that point in time. But that said, that is everything you need to know about the Rebirth Reinforced event going on in Warzone right now. That's going to wrap things up for today. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new here or if you have not already subscribed, you already know I got you covered with all things going on in COD. So be sure to hit that sub button and turn on those post notifications. That way you'll always know whenever I post a new video. And as I mentioned earlier, right now my G Fuel discount code Immortal is boosted to get you 30% off your entire order. So if you want to grab anything there, right now is the best time to do so. Link for that will be down below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.